Think you need a big following to sell an online course? Well, what if I told you that you can make sales with a zero audience? And in this video, I'll show you the exact steps to launch and sell your course without a single follower. And after selling my own course for over 4 years, if I were to go back to the very start, these are the exact steps that I would take to make my very first 100K. When I started on YouTube, my very first sale came from just having 86 subscribers. I was selling on Amazon FBA for over 2 years, and during the pandemic thought, hey, maybe other people would like to learn how to do this too. All of us were just sitting at home bored and not being able to go outside. Maybe there will be an audience who wanted to make some money on the side through Amazon FBA. I have made a lot of mistakes along the way which held me back from making a lot more course sales. But the one thing that I did right by complete accident, I might add, was having a very clear purpose, and also had a very good idea on who I was going to speak to. I didn't go very broad and started making videos on how to make money online in 2020. Or go after the more popular subjects like 5 side hustles to make your very first £1,000 online. In the very beginning, I was very specific, and pretty much every one of my videos had the word Amazon in it. So when people looked at my channel, even though at the very start I did not have that many subscribers or views, it was super clear what my videos were about and what I could potentially help them with. When people are looking for advice or help in a particular subject, they will always value creators more who are much more niched down and have loads of videos around just one topic, as opposed to those creators who are just jumping from trend to trend trying to get more views. You know the ones I'm talking about. 1 minute they're a crypto expert, then they're made $1 million in NFTs, and now they can revolutionize your business with the help of AI. Thankfully, I did not do that. I stayed true to my expertise, and I think you should too. Because that way, no matter how high or low your subscribers or views are, you still have a very good chance of making money because you are clearly an expert. Okay, so the next question that we should be asking ourselves is, what am I good at? What can I help other people with? And ideally, is there something that I am super passionate about that I could make 100 videos on that people would find useful? After helping a lot of creators start their own courses and other digital products, at the very start, this is a big hurdle that we have to overcome. And that's because we have this idea that we have to be world class at something in order to teach it, which simply is not the case. We just need to be better than the average person. We just need to be good enough that when we speak about a subject, people listen and learn something from us. And here is the cool part. The more we talk about a subject, the better we become just by talking about it. This means we don't have to be a billionaire to teach people about having good money habits. We don't have to be a PT for 20 years to teach others how to lose weight and get into shape. And we really don't have to have a degree in psychology to help people get out of a bad relationship. If we happen to have been in a few and got out of them and have something to say, or say tips to share, then there is no reason why we can't start a channel around that and speak about the things that have helped us during that time. It's really that simple. And sometimes having no audience is actually a big bonus because nobody knows who we are. So we can literally talk about anything and people won't care. So it might even make sense to do some research into different topics before we start, so you can see what the demand for those videos is and what kind of views are they getting and what kind of comments are people leaving. Not only will help you figure out the exact niche to get into, but also what topics to cover when we get started. This next part is very painful to talk about because it is the mistake that I've made. I did not figure out for over 3 years, and that alone cost me over 6 figures. Ever noticed how your favorite creators have some sort of a newsletter or an ebook to give you completely free of charge, and you only have to give them your email address to receive it? This is done with one very specific goal in mind, and that is to get as many emails as possible, and it's something that I did not bother doing for such a long time. See, out of all of the social media platforms out there, the one that will always convert the best is emails. Now, yes, I know you may be thinking emails are so out of fashion, but the reality is this. When it comes to serious stuff like bank statements, holiday tickets, or reservations, we always get them in an email. Our association with email is very different compared to, say, an Instagram DM or a WhatsApp message. And this is why I would highly recommend you create a lead magnet to start collecting those emails and maintaining that relationship with people who are nice enough to give you their personal contact information. Thank God I have now figured out and fixed that mistake with my own 30 tips in 30 days on how to turn views into profit, which obviously you can check down in the description below. Now remember, when it comes to creating something in exchange for an email, there are a few things I think you should consider. First of all, will your target audience find it valuable? Say you are a dating coach. Would they find an ebook on 15 tips to come across more confident on the first date valuable? Yeah, maybe. But let's be honest for a second. How many ebooks have you read that you have received in an email? Me personally, not one. They all end up in the same place, the trash. So instead, why not do something a little bit different? Instead of an ebook that gives the follower all of the tips in one go, why not create an email sequence instead and provide those tips one by one for the next 15 days. Not only you take the time to build that relationship through your daily emails, but also they are much more likely to read them and remember. If I am someone who is struggling on first dates, getting one tip a day about how to boost my confidence and come across better is really useful. And it is much better than getting them all in an ebook in one go. When we created the lead magnet, even though we don't even have an audience just yet, I would still try and promote it everywhere as much as I can. So that could go onto Facebook groups, various forums, and Discord chats. People shouldn't mind it too much because at the end of the day, we are giving away something of value without charging anything. This is not spam. Nobody's forcing them to give us their email address. We are just trying to genuinely help people. Okay, now let's go back to the original point of you not having an audience and wanting to sell your own services. Just because that is the case does not mean you have to wait until one of your videos starts to get some traction and gets your customers to come to you. We can be proactive and go to our customers directly. For example, when I started my own Amazon FBA channel and had like 10 to 50 subscribers, every view was important. So I joined as many Amazon FBA related Facebook groups as possible. And during my spare time, I was just answering people's questions, whether I was on my lunch break at work or on my commute home. At the time, I was in like 5 different Facebook groups, just answering people's questions and genuinely wanting to help. And matter of fact, that is how some of my very first few clients came about. First, when they saw that I consistently responded to their questions in the group, they would usually start to DM me for more of a private conversation. And at that point, I would point them to my small YouTube channel, which not only helped me get more views, but also helped the algorithm as this was a warm audience and they tended to watch a lot of my videos all at once. And I'll be honest, for them, it was pretty cool. Here's this guy that is making YouTube videos around Amazon FBA in my DMs helping me on my own Amazon journey. So the least they could do was watch my YouTube videos, subscribe, comment, like, and all of the other good stuff. And as the time went on, a few of those people that I helped on those groups later turned out to be my very first few students. So to bring it back to you at the very start, when you don't have an audience, there are so many groups of people in various communities who need help and knowledge that you can provide. And if you genuinely take the time out to say no more than 30 minutes each day to just answer questions and comment back, those people can turn into a loyal following, which is super important when you're just getting started. And you know what else really worked in my favor when I was just starting out helping these people? Now that I think about it, I kind of got more out of them than they got out of me. When you are starting a new YouTube channel to make sales, people will right away ask this question: why on earth should I listen to you? Yes, you may have a few videos of what I'm interested in, but what makes you different? Why should I sit here for 20 minutes and see what you have to say? And they have a very good point, to be honest, especially in my niche, which is full of scammers and gurus trying to sell you stuff without actually having any experience. One way to overcome this is by having loads of testimonials from people who you have helped. And this is where those people from those free groups come back in. Yes, you may have helped them out for free, but we still help them out. So there is no reason why we can't ask them for a quick testimonial after developing that relationship over a few days. Now, the best type of testimonial that we could ever get one is a video. This way we can show all of that on our social media and YouTube. But the reality is a lot of people on these forums will be way too shy to show their face. So the next best thing to do is to get some screenshots of their results, or at least a screenshot of a nice message that they have sent to you. All of these things will build our credibility, and it really helped me out when I was getting started. It gave people a sense of security because if they can see all of these people have been helped in the past achieve the result they wanted, maybe I can help them out too. These testimonials, combined with a solid email list of people who we consistently email and stay in touch with, will be our biggest asset that we can use when it comes to launching anything, whether it's a course, a mentorship, or a group coaching program. These assets build our credibility, develop our reputation, and trust me, people don't forget those who they have had a positive experience with. Some clients of mine, after getting help on a Facebook group and watching my videos, decided to buy my course and mentorship like 8 months later. So just because you're not getting any sales from day one does not mean that you're not building a reputation each and every single day. Alright, so now that you have taken the time out to help all of these people, got quite a few testimonials, and you've built out your email list, the next thing that we would do is launch something small. It does not have to be a big program filled with hundreds of videos. It could just be a small course that covers all of the areas in the niche that we are in. And the reason why I say small is because this is our very first time, and it's likely that we're not going to be the best it can possibly be just yet. And also the fact that the course is not even the main selling point. The main reason why people will buy from you is you. Think about it. If you really went out of their way to provide so much value on your YouTube videos, you took the time to answer their questions on various Facebook groups, and on top of that, we stay in touch with them via email, giving them value. All of this so far we have done completely free of charge. Just get them to imagine what we could do as a paid service. Now, to really double down and 10x your sales of your first product, offer a free mentorship as part of the course. If they buy a course for say $499, they will also get a direct line of communication with us for a period of 1 to 3 months. This way, if they have any questions, they can just email us and we will respond within 24 hours. Trust me when I tell you this, that personal one-to-one mentorship part will be the much bigger sell than the course you created. Please keep that in mind. Also, given that you will be working with people on a one-to-one basis, you can also introduce limited time offers, because there is only so many people that you can take on, and once those seats are filled, then they will have missed out. So you will definitely get this FOMO effect from your potential customers, and you just watch and see how those sales start rolling in. And of course, I'll be stating the obvious here, but you really want to let everyone you have been in contact with know that you now have something to offer. This means the people in your email list needs to be reminded, the people that you have helped out in various communities need to be spoken to, and of course, don't forget to mention your brand new offer in all of your upcoming videos on social media. With all of that being said, this sounds great and it will make you money. But if you had an audience, you can make 10 times more. Make sure to watch this next video here where I go into detail onto the 3 types of videos that top creators make to increase their views, their watch time, and most importantly, their reputation.